Hello and welcome to iNurture video. In this video, we'll discuss the fundamentals of web application architecture. After watching this video, you will be able to explain web application architecture. A web application refers to a computer program that enables a user to access data from a database over the internet using a web browser. The web applications are usually developed in languages such as Hypertext Markup Language (HTML), Cascading Style Sheets (CSS), and JavaScript, which are the basic languages used to build a website on the internet. The main advantage of this is that developers can use technologies which they are already familiar with. This will ultimately reduce the cost of development. In this video, we'll discuss about web application and web server. Let's start with web application. Web applications perform their functions on an operating system and browsers. They can easily be installed at no cost and without any specific requirements for installation at the client end. Web applications use both server-side script and the client-side script to create an application. The client-side script is used to provide the presentation of the application, whereas the server-side script provides the programming logic and database-related queries. In a web application, two programs run simultaneously: the program containing the code that resides on the server and responds to the HTTP request, the program containing the code resides on the web browser and responds to the user input. Let's now understand the architecture of web application. The web application architecture follows a three-layered web application model. The first layer represents a user interface or a web browser. The second layer represents a dynamic content generation technological tool, for instances Java servlets or active server pages. And the third layer represents the database that contains the data. The image on the screen shows the architecture of a web application. As seen in the image, a user sends request for a web page from the browser at the client system. The request is in the form of HTTP or HTTPS is sent to the web server. The web server contains server operating system, scripting engine to receive and process requests and responses. The web application server works with the web server and processes the user request and manages the database at the backend. The requested web page is then delivered to the user. Let's now look at a detailed working of web applications. As shown in the image, the user orders on a website through a port 80 by 443. The web server receives the request through firewall router and sends to the web application server, which in turn sends the data to the database server where the data is updated. The web application server also sends a web page to the web server, which sends the web page to the user. Let's have a quick recap on what we discussed. The web server refers to a computer or a computer program that maintains and transfers data to other computer systems that request data using the internet. The web browser refers to a software application running at the client system that retrieves and presents the information from the web server. When an application server works with a web server, such a combination is called as web application server. The main goal of a web application server is to extend web servers to enable support for dynamic content. Thank you for watching the video.